Hey guys, this is Rails and Racing's Productions here, and today I'm going to give you guys my early 2024 NASCAR playoff predictions. Now, I know it's only January and the NASCAR season hasn't started yet, so yeah, it's early to talk about the playoffs, but why I'm doing this? Well, honestly, this has become a tradition I've done every year before the NASCAR season begins. And that's to make my early playoff predictions and then my early race win predictions. That's what I've done since 2019. Plus, people can usually do this around this time before the season begins. But for me, I'm of course going to go round by round of showing you guys my picks for each round and also my picks for the championship four and eventually the champion. So yeah, I know again it's early, but why not do this here because this has become a tradition at this point for my channel. Also, apologies if I may sound a bit congested in this video. I'm dealing with allergies again because of this cold weather basically that was going on in my area. So apologies for that. Anyways, let's get started. So beginning off here in the round of 16, I'm going to show you guys who are my picks for the playoffs here, which I'm going to show it here. Yeah, here it is here. Apologies if I can't really fit it all into one angle yet. There we go. And I just had to zoom out the camera a bit where you guys can see like the whole thing here. So yeah. Anyways, here are my 16 drivers. I have Kyle Busch, Mark Truex Jr., Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski, Joe Logano, William Byron, Christopher Bell, Ross Chastain, Chris Buescher, Tyler Reddick, Alex Bowman, Bubba Wallace, and Ty Gibbs. Yeah, so I mean, I put the order in like not the way how I think they're going to be at the end of the regular season, but in the order just that I feel like it, honestly. So yeah, this though is my my 16 drivers that I think will make the playoffs in 2024. So yeah, I mean, just that is though the drivers there, and like you can tell here that I am picking both Elliott and Bowman to make the playoffs again, since after last year they both missed it because of injuries and just not really good performances for the rest of the regular season. But yeah, I think though that they're both gonna rebound this year. Like originally I had Bowman out and and not making it, but I decided just to put him in because I think he'll improve this year and get back in the playoffs. And also think that Ty Gibbs will get into the playoffs for the first time in his career. Yeah, since of course this is his second year in the Cup Series. So yeah. So yeah, those are just my 16 drivers here, and you may notice here that I do not have any SHR cars in the playoffs, which I have a prediction that this year not one SHR car will make the playoffs in 2024. Because honestly, we knew last year was a bad year for SHR. No wins in the Cup Series. They did win it a few times in the Xfinity Series, including the championship with Cole Custer. But in the Cup Series side, not good. All their drivers went winless. Plus now Harvick and Almirola are retired. So yeah, just now that with them gone, just I don't think they're going to be winning any races this year and even making the playoffs. I mean, I do think for a few drivers may be close, like Josh Berry and Chase Briscoe. I think both of them will be close to getting in, but I don't see them making it in the end. So yeah, and for Gragson, I don't know how he's going to do this time now that he's at SHR. I originally had Ryan Preece making it in, but I just don't know how he's going to do this year. But I mean, maybe his best chances to get in are like the short tracks and the super speedways, because at Richmond he finished top 5, and at Martinsville he won a pole, and of course at super speedways he can maybe win it since his best career finish was 3rd on Talladega in 2019. But of course we all know back in last year he had a horrible wreck at Daytona that yeah just was signaling that it was not the best year for Preece. I mean, it was his first year at SHR, but other than that, just not really the best. But yeah, but once again, no, just that is my 16 drivers right there. And so yeah, I don't have any SHR cars making it in this year, and like other drivers that I don't think are going to make it in are both LMC cars, Eric Jones and John Hunter Nemechek. I do think that Eric Jones will really improve this year, but I think he'll be close, but just not enough. Nemechek, maybe he'll be fine, but I don't see him making him in. And then the Spire cars, Hosvar, Zane Smith, and LaJoy. I don't think all three of them are going to make it in. Same with the front row cars. I don't think they'll make it, but maybe McDowell might have a shot. Although now there's not a lot of road courses in the regular season. So yeah. And also Stenhouse, which we know he won the Daytona 500 last year, but I don't see him making it. And obviously, you guys know I do not like Stenhouse. That is not the reason why I picked them not to make the playoffs, but I just don't see him making it this year. So yeah. And also, not to mention Daniel Suarez, I don't think he'll make it. I think he'll be close, but just won't be enough. And Daniel Hemrick, I don't think he'll make it either. And, oh yeah, Justin Haley and Rick Ware, I just don't see that happening. Like, unless if somehow Justin Haley steals a win on the Super Speedways, he's not making it in. I'm just going to say that. But then again, though, anything can happen. Plus, Justin Haley's a great Super Speedway racer. So yeah. Anyways, I'm just going to show here the drivers who I think are going to be eliminated in the round of 16, which are Ross Chastain, Alex Bowman, Bubba Wallace, and Ty Gibbs. So yeah, I mean, maybe you guys might be shocked here that I'm picking Chastain to be out in the first round, but honestly, it feel like last year for him was like a step backwards, especially like after his win in Nashville. Like, he didn't really perform the best for the rest of the regular season and into the playoffs. I mean, he had like a top 5 at Darlington in the first playoff race, and at Texas he finished second, but then at Talladega, he just crashed out at the end of stage 1 and finished dead last for the time being until Harvick was disqualified. But afterwards, Chastain's playoff hopes were gone after that, since yeah, he couldn't improve at the Roval and he was eliminated. So yeah, and plus now with the round of 16 having Atlanta, which is now a super speedway, Watkins-Glen, a road course, and Bristol as a short track, who knows how the round of 16 is going to go next year. This year, So yeah. Honestly, I think Chastain will be out in the first round, and then Alex Bowman, I don't see him making it far this time. So yeah, I think Bowman will be out in the first round this year in his return to playoffs. Bubba Wallace, after making the round of 12 last year, I don't see him making it into the round of 12 this time. I mean, maybe he could do good at Atlanta. Same with Chastain, though. I'm gonna say that there. Both of them have won at Talladega, so I can see them both winning there. But for me, I don't see neither of them making it into the round of 12. And Ty Gibbs, while it will be his first playoff appearance that I'm predicting, I just don't see him making it. He did win the Xfinity race at Atlanta in 2022, but I just don't see him making the round of 12 this time. So yeah, but yeah, those were my first 4 out right there. So yeah, so let's move on here. So now here is my round of 12 for the playoffs right here. So yeah, so of course you got Kyle Busch, Mark Truex Jr., Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, William Byron, Christopher Bell, Chris Buescher, and Tyler Reddick. So yeah, I think those guys will advance to the round of 12. But yeah, of course, this one is pretty much a tricky round, since in this one you got Kansas, Talladega, and the Roval. So yeah, maybe not as crazy as the round of 16, basically, now, since, yeah, in the round of 16, you got a super speedway, road course, and a short track. So yeah, but I'm going to show my 4 drivers eliminated in this round, which some of these may be surprising, but I'm going to show it here. My 4 drivers eliminated in the round of 12 will be Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Christopher Bell, and Tyler Reddick. Yeah, so I'm pretty much eliminating some big drivers here, like whether that be champions or really talented drivers. Most notably, one is Kyle Larson. This round can usually be a tough one for him, but then you got Kansas in this round, which he could just easily win that and get to the round of 8. But honestly, you never know how this round will go. He could end up crashing at Kansas, he could end up crashing at Talladega, or even the Roval. Because in this round 2 years ago in 2022, we all thought Larson was going to make the round of 8, but it didn't happen, and he just made a mistake at the Roval and was eliminated after being beaten by Briscoe. So yeah, but honestly, I could still see Larson making the round of 8 this year, but But for me, in this prediction, I just don't see him making it past his round, especially since there's Talladega in this round, which of course we know that Larson is not the best on super speedways because from what I've seen, he only has one top five and has no wins at all on super speedways in the Cup Series. So yeah, I don't see him getting past his round, honestly. But if y'all don't agree with that prediction, that's totally fine. So yeah, and then the next one is Joey Logano. This might be a surprising one, honestly, since of course Logano is a two-time champion. But for me, honestly, I don't see Logano being a bit better this year. I still think he'll win a race. I'm gonna say that there, but I'm however only picking him to win one race this year because last year was basically a championship hangover for Logano. Only one win, that was at Atlanta, and not a good performance in round of 16. It was eliminated in the very first round, like the earliest the defending champion has ever been eliminated in this entire format. So yeah, I mean, while yeah, some people can think that he will be better this year since of course like in these type of years like 2018, 2022, he's been better and been in the championship four. So yeah. But while I can see Logano maybe being better this year, just for me, I don't see it happening. So yeah, I think Logano will be out in the second round, and then on the other drivers, Christopher Bell and Tyler Reddick. For Bell, I can see him maybe making the round of 8 again, but I just don't see it this time. I mean, yes, he's won the Roval before, and he can be like hit or miss at Talladega. And at Kansas, he's won during the Xfinity Series. I think. I actually don't remember if he has. Maybe he has not yet. I don't know. But I mean, Bell, though, he can be good a mile and a half, so you never know what he can do there. And Reddick, he's, of course, a good road racer, and he even can win at mile and a half, but I just don't see it happening this time. And yeah, but you never know. Like, he could maybe win the Roval again, but I mean, actually, no, he's not won the Roval yet, so I don't know why I said that, but he can win the Roval, or heck, he can maybe win Kansas again, like what he did last year to get him into the round of 12. But yeah, I just think that these four drivers will be eliminated. So basically, Larson, Logano, Bell, and Reddick will be my four drivers eliminated. So now moving on to the round of 8, I have Kyle Busch, Mark Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, and Chris Buescher all making the round of 8. So yeah, basically you have both RFK cars in this round. You have the one Penske car, 2 Hendricks, an RCR car, and 2 Joe Gibbs Racing cars. So yeah, these are my 8 drivers I have in this round. But the 4 I think will be eliminated will be Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, and Chris Buescher. So yeah, I think these 4 will be eliminated. Like, for Denny Hamlin, yes, he can be close sometimes, but at the end of, for, like, the playoffs here, just something always goes wrong for him, and then he always ends up missing out on the championship 4. Like, he has made the championship 4 about 4 times in this format, which are from 2014, and then from 2019 to 2021. But afterwards, he's not made the championship 4 for 2 straight years, from 2022 when he missed out after the Hail Melon move from Chastain, and from last year in 2023 was just because he didn't perform good enough and missed out. So yeah, I mean, I don't think Denny Hamlin will make it. Ryan Blaney, our defending champion, while yes, he is great at Martinsville and even Las Vegas too, I just don't see him making it. While, I mean, yes, I do see him being good this year, but who knows how he'll do, because, of course, there can always be the case where he could have a championship hangover. So, yeah, but that all just depends on how this will go, I guess. But, yeah, I think Blaney will be out. Byron, too, I mean, you never know. Like, maybe he could win a race in this round, since, like, he's won at Martinsville before, and even he's won at Homestead and Vegas. So, he's won at all 3 of these tracks in this round, but I just don't see him making out, unfortunately. So, Byron will miss out. And Buescher, he just doesn't have any wins at any of the tracks in this round, so I don't think he'll make it. So yeah, those are my 4 drivers eliminated right there. But now I'm going to show my 4 drivers I have making the championship 4, which will be Kyle Busch, Mark Truex Jr., Chase Elliott, and Brad Keselowski. Yes, that's right. I picked an RFK car to make the championship four. I also have a Hendrick car, a Joe Gibbs car, and an RCR car in this round. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I think though in this round, Keselowski, Elliott, and Busch are all going to win races in this round. Truex is going to get on points. And yeah, although I do have a feeling though that this year will probably be Truex's final year, just because I could see it happening at this point now in his career. I mean, especially after some frustrating moments last season in the playoffs. Like, especially since he only had 2 top 10s in the playoffs, which was bad because he was the regular season champion. So yeah, but yeah, so I mean, and plus for Keselowski, I just see him being better this year, which we're gonna get to something about that in a minute. And Kyle Busch, I think Kyle Busch will be better this year. I mean, not just because he's my favorite driver, but I see him just being better. And yeah, and also have Chase Elliott too, which I think this year he'll be back in the championship for the first time since 2022 when he almost won the championship that year, but just didn't come through at the end. But yeah. Anyways, though, I'm going to show my championship pick for 2024. So yeah, although this may or may not happen, I mean, who even knows how this will go, depending on the driver. But for this year, I'm probably gonna go bold here. And why am I saying that? Well, my championship pick for 2024 will be Brad Keselowski. That's right, I'm actually picking an RFK car to win the championship. So yeah, although this is really bold here, like some people don't think this could happen with RFK, but last year was a better season for RFK. Both drivers in the playoffs, one made it to the round of 8, and not to mention 3 wins. And yeah, Keselowski has come close to winning a race for RFK since like last year he had like 2 runner-up finishes, I believe. Yeah, I mean, he almost won Atlanta, and then he pushed his teammate to the victory at Daytona in the regular season finale. So yeah, but I see Brad really improving this year, winning about like 4 races, but yeah, I'm going bold this year, and I think Keselowski will win the 2024 championship. I mean, although just who knows how this will go. I mean, maybe Brad may have a bad season like 2022, but honestly, I don't really think that would happen because that year he just had a penalty and lack of performance. So yeah, but yeah, but I mean that though is my championship pick. I'm picking Keselowski to win the 2024 championship. But if you guys don't agree with these picks, then that's fine. So yeah, those are just my predictions for the 2024 playoffs. My early ones that is. So yeah, and probably maybe later this week I'm gonna try and do like my early season win predictions like I've done the past few years. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, so anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.